Hey guys, what's up? Two Wheel Turbine, and in today's video we're going to see how the Goldwing performs in sub-freezing temperatures. Honestly, I really haven't done much riding in this cold of weather. Right now I feel like it's only like 20 something, and then when we're out riding with the wind chill, it's probably going to be in the teens or even lower. We got a little bit of snow on the ground. You can't really see it in video, but for Texas, snow is kind of a rare thing. We're going to test out stuff like heated seats, heated grips, wind protection, and just how long you can go out on a ride when it's this cold and see if it's really possible. So I'm excited to see how the Goldwing performs with its tires and everything with minimal traction. And yeah guys, let's get out on this ride. Right now we're just letting the Goldwing warm up on this really cold day. Goldwing looks great though, for being such a big, bulky bike. You know, they trimmed it down from the last generation, but wow, it's a great looking bike. It's gonna be a really cold ride. Let's hope that seat warmer works pretty well, and the heated grips as well. We will see. All right, guys, let's hop on the Goldwing. See how she does in this freezing weather. Oh man, I wish it was warmer, but this is actually, cool for making a video to see how well. This thing's kind of finicky sometimes, I must say. It doesn't pop open. It's probably because it's cold too. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting test for the Goldwing. I've never used its heated grips or heated seats. Let's first figure out where those are. So, turn on the bike. And yeah, looks like we're recording. Okay, got the bike on. So where's the heated seats? Oh, okay, so we got heated grips. Alright, we got heated grips on, and there's 5 levels of heat. That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll put it at the max heat and see how hot these things get. Then we'll throw on that heated seat, and there's also 5 levels of heated settings for the seats, and you can even do it if you got a passenger. That's actually really cool, and the passenger can adjust it. That's some good thinking by Honda for sure. I really hope it works well because it's pretty cold out here, and don't know how it's gonna perform. I want it to perform well. These gloves are like perforated, definitely not winter gloves. What I'm wearing is just like your average 2-piece race suit, not really meant for really cold weather. So we're gonna have to hope does a good job. Oh man, it's a big bike. And for maximum protection, we're gonna put up the electronic windscreen. This button right here, you can just throw it up. Oh gosh, it's cold. It's just sitting here, it's freezing. Oh gosh, this is gonna be tough, guys. Alright, looks like we are okay. Bike's been warming up for a bit. Let's put her in first gear. Let's get going. Alright, so, since I put on those heated grips and heated seats, I haven't felt anything yet, but, it's only been like 30 seconds. So let's get going, let's see how she does. Alright guys, let's start on some slower, like 30-mile-an-hour roads. Okay, with this windscreen up, gosh, my hands are really cold, my dexterity's kind of bad. But with this windscreen up, oh man, I can't get that shift lever, there we go. With the windscreen up, getting some good wind protection. Not really feeling anything quite yet in regards to the grips or seats. Hopefully those will be coming on pretty good soon. Man, you can see there's a little bit of snow out here. It's also just really wet. People must think I'm crazy to be riding out here, especially in Texas. Car drivers even have a hard time out here, so to be on a bike is kind of crazy. But so far, I'd say outside right now with the wind chill, just standing's probably around 25 degrees, so being on the bike, oh man, it's a lot colder. But, this Goldwing is just an awesome bike. If any of you guys watching own a Goldwing of any generation, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your story with the Goldwing so far and your ownership. A thing that I've noticed about this Goldwing that kind of annoys me, when I'm shifting into first, I have to give it like a really, really hard kick, or it'll shift into neutral. And that's like really frustrating. Oh man. These roads are really cold and slippery. Whew. The biggest thing right now is my hands. My hands are freezing. I wish the Goldwing had a little more protection for your hands some way, like at the fairing design, because, man, they're really, really cold. It's hurting. I need these grips to really turn on, and, you know, they're on, but I don't feel anything. So right now I'm kind of disappointing. Ow, this is cold. But yeah, guys, tomorrow I head back to college. So I won't be with the R6 for about a week or two, but then I'm gonna ride the R6 all the way up to Arkansas, which is like a 5-hour ride on a straight piped R6. That's gonna be pretty tough to do, for sure. All right, Goldwing, come on! I want those grips to be burning my hands, and you are not doing that. Ow, my fingers hurt. You know, any Goldwing owners out there who have ridden a lot in the cold or have done a lot of riding, you know, I'd like to know what modifications you recommend on this bike. Because this bike we currently have, see, it goes into neutral. It's kind of weird. But with this bike, it's completely stock, and I'm wondering, are there any, like, you know, must-do modifications that will greatly increase just the riding with the Goldwing? Scared to take these corners fast with how cold it is. But is there any modifications like aftermarket? Like, do you guys do aftermarket? Oh wait, I think I'm starting to feel the heat in these grips. My left hand's definitely feeling them. Come on. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit. My fingertips is where it's really cold, but my hand itself's actually not that bad. Huh. And then my seat, I think it's starting to warm up. But these grips, I'm starting to feel them. Okay, so it takes about, I'd say, I don't know, 5 minutes from the point you turn them on to when you're starting to really feel them. So it's not horrible. I wish it could come on a little bit quicker, but, you know, 5 minutes is not too bad. My hands are definitely starting to feel the heat, but my fingertips are still really cold, which is kind of dangerous in regards to using the hand controls and all that. But, alright, Goldwing, doing okay. The seat, I'm starting to feel a little bit, but not as much as these grips. With these grips, when I grab them, I can really feel that heat. So I like that. I hope they get even hotter. So far I'd say the Goldwing's doing a great job. This windscreen's really helping me out. Oh my god, these shifts. I don't know if it's because I'm really cold and everything's just not working the way I usually ride, but it's being tough. But so far this windscreen's doing an excellent job. These grips, I think, are doing a pretty good job. The seat, right now I don't really feel anything, and I wish I was feeling something a little bit better. Oh, this looks really slippery. I'm going to go really slow here. Okay. Wow, yeah, it's kind of just hard to get your boot down there. Oh, man. Fingertips are really cold. Looks like we got the fire truck going out. Someone must have just crashed or something. It's coming our way. Let him go. They're probably thinking, hey, we're gonna have to go after that kid in a little bit. Alright, we're gonna stop up here and just look at the bike and talk a little bit about my opinion so far. Oh man, this is freezing. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit. Number one thing that I would say is, oh my god, you need some good gloves if you're going to go on a cold ride. I can't blame the bike too much. It's definitely my fault wearing these stupid perforated track gloves or whatever. Because, ow, my hands are freezing. Wow, there's so many fire trucks coming. I wonder what happened. But yeah, my hands hurt really bad. That's like the number one thing. My legs are a little cold. But the grips, let's check out these grips. Grips, they're warm, but they're like not as warm as I'd like. Wow, that must have been bad. They just pulled South Lake's fire department, whatever they're going to. I wonder what it is. Wow, must have been really bad. But yeah, so the grips, you know, that's something to point out. I don't think they are as hot as they could be. I don't know if it's because these gloves just don't really allow the heat to go through them that well. But I'd like to see Honda make significantly hotter grips. And the seat, when I was sitting down on it, same thing. I feel like, you know, the top mode, you know, I'm in the highest heat setting right now, 5, and I feel like it should be burning. Like, I really should. Oh my gosh, yeah, it needs to be a lot hotter. Wind protection, I think there's really tall windscreens keeping, you know, all that air away from my face and my neck, which is really nice. I must point that out. And you got a little bit of the side fairing here that blocks a lot of the wind to your legs and your lower part of your body. That's definitely important, especially when you're on the highway at higher speeds. But, you know, the biggest thing, it's really my fault, I would say, is make sure you have some really good gloves, because that's the most important thing, what you do with your hands on a motorcycle. If you can't move them properly, you can easily crash, even if you're the best rider in the world. If they get cold enough and you can't move them, it's not going to end up well. So get yourself some good gloves if you're going to do some winter riding. But this bike's a really awesome bike. It's impressing me. I wish I could have someone ride up front so I could test out the heated rear seat. I'd like to see how that's doing. But I don't know. Pretty proud of it so far. I wish I could test out some other large touring models like the BMW. I think they're 1600. I'd like to see how their heated applications work compared to the Goldwing. But looks good. It's nice LED headlights. These tires seem to be gripping pretty well. Haven't slipped yet. But let's jump back on the bike and see if we can get some more opinions on it. Alright guys, we're about to hop on basically one of the busiest roads in my area. And we're going to see how the Goldwing's going to do with these higher speeds. We were riding a lot of 30-mile-an-hour roads. This is about a 45, 50. So let's see how she does. Okay, those grips are definitely a lot warmer, but man, this shifter's annoying me. But not as hot as I'd like. I'm feeling them. It's definitely making a difference compared to if they weren't there. But oh, that shifter, what is up with that? Wow. You really have to put your foot in an awkward position to get underneath it. So it's kind of windy outside. I'd probably say 10 to 15 mile an hour wind gusts, and it's pushing me around a little bit. Nothing horrible. These grips starting to warm me up. Starting to feel it. Okay. The seat, I'm really disappointed in the seat right now. I don't feel any heat, and I don't know why that is necessarily. Oh wow. These roads are really wet and cold, and I kind of grabbed a decent amount of front brake there, and happy this thing has ABS and all that, those rider aids. That's nice when it's this cold out. Wow. Good job, Goldwing. Yeah, you guys can see the air temp on the gauge is rating 33, so it's pretty cold out here. Basically in Texas, you will not see anyone riding when it's below 45, I'd say. No one's really out here on these roads, so probably the only one in like whole DFW area. But yeah, if you guys are looking into buying a Goldwing or you know, considering this bike, and you plan on doing some cold weather riding or just long distance riding where you don't know what the weather's going to be like, I think this bike's going to make you pretty happy. May have to look into some aftermarket heated seat. The grips actually do seem good enough now that they're fully warmed up and everything. I'm pretty happy with them, but the seat I'm kind of disappointed in. It's in its highest mode, not really feeling too much. The windscreen's awesome. I love the ability to just adjust the height of it on the fly. You know, I think that's really important. But yeah, guys, that was just kind of a video showing how the Goldwing performs in cold weather riding. I think it does a pretty good job. I'd say out of 10, it does like a 7 or an 8. I think there's a few areas where it needs to maybe need a little bit of improvement. But yeah, what's the coldest weather you guys will take your bikes in? You know, let me know in the comments down below. Comment whatever you guys want down there, and I always like to respond. So hope you enjoyed this video on the beautiful Honda Goldwing in these sub-freezing temperatures. really cold temps out here, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.